What's going on out there? What's up, fam? What's going on with the fam? Holla at the homie. It is the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Once again, it's an honor and a pleasure. I repeat, an honor and a pleasure to be on here with all of the boxing fam and the boxing fans. It's Sunday night, so you know what that means. It's our time now, man. Sorry I'm late, fam, but the brother is here coming on through. Salute to everyone that can catch this live and salute to everyone that catches this on the playback. I know it's Sunday night. I know you got to be to work, but if you can rock with the homie tonight, I appreciate it. If you got to pull an early exit, thumbs up on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. If you brand new to the channel, just seeing the homie for the first time, how about you do me a favor and rock the bells? You know what I'm talking about? Rock them bells. That way every time I upload, you rocking with the homie. You stay in the know, because I ain't got no schedule. I'm going to be honest with you. I be all over the map, man. I be doing everything all over the place. Salute to the fam. Fistiana. Salute to the birthday girl. No, she just had that birthday not too long ago. Salute to Fistiana. Fam is in the building. Salute to you. Salute to you. Appreciate you rocking with me tonight. I'll be right here in front of y'all in a minute. Can't wait to get into these subjects tonight. We going to kick up a little dust. Just give me a second. You know, before I get to the boxing history, let me just say, in all of my years of covering the sport of boxing, everything that we know about the sport, the ins, the outs, the ins, you know one line that I have never, ever heard a fighter say? I have never heard a fighter say, well, what is he doing here? Have you ever heard, what would it look like to see Muhammad Ali, see Joe Frazier walk into his press conference and he say, well, I don't know what he came for. What is he doing here? What if Marvin Hagler, well, then again, that almost happened, right? Something like that. What if, I don't know, Manny Pacquiao walk up on Floyd Mayweather? I don't know what he doing here. What is he doing here? I don't get that. It's something I don't understand about that. I don't know. That's foreign to me as a boxing aficionado. And that's something that I just don't understand, man. Let's get to the boxing history. Kick it off right now, and we'll get right back to that. You know what I'm saying? Today in boxing history, man. Yeah, man, today is a good day in boxing history. Today is the day, December 6th. I'm going to take y'all all the way back to December 6th, 1985. We're talking about the last time, well, not the last time, one of the last times that we've actually seen a welterweight undisputed champion. I'm talking about the matchup between Donald Curry and Milton McCory. Went down today. Today is the day that Donald Curry defeated Milton McCory back in 1985 and became the undisputed welterweight champion. The thing about this story is crazy. Milton McCory was actually a fighter under Emanuel Stewart. He was part of the Crunk Gym. He was actually the first Detroit Crunk fighter to actually win a world championship. Not Hearns and all them. They from somewhere else. But this is the actual first Detroit-born fighter out of the Crunk Gym to actually win a world title. So the way this thing went, man, this was an interesting fight, man. You know, he got stopped, unfortunately, in the second round of that fight. It only took Donald Curry 2 rounds, and we know Donald Curry straight up out of Texas. Funny, if you go back and watch this fight, this would have been the perfect fight for Anthony Yarde as well as Danny Garcia to go and study. This one right here, Donald Curry and Milton McCory. It says in this fight, this was a huge deal at the time. You had 2 unbeaten welterweights, Donald Curry and Milton McCory, clashed in a unification bout for the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF. At this time, the WBO wasn't out. The 4-belt era had not started yet. It said that the winner would be the first undisputed champion at 147 since Sugar Ray Leonard had walked away in 1982. And that's crazy because McCory is the one that actually won that vacant title that Sugar Ray Leonard left in the sport. So, you know, that was big for him. But it says that both men, check this out right here. This is how warriors used to move. It says both men were guaranteed $750,000. But Curry started as a 4-1 favorite. McCory scored first, but Curry was soon on top. According to Curry, he says, I could see just after the 20 seconds the confusion in his eyes. If y'all go back and watch this fight, the first round, Donald Curry started to put it on McCrory. McCrory was a tall, lanky type fighter, like to use the jab, like to move. Y'all know how those Emmanuel Stewart fighters are. Y'all know how those Kronk fighters are, a la Tyson Fury, right? Well, that's what McCrory was, a jabber, mover. And so, of course, you know what I'm saying, Donald Curry had to find ways to make it to the inside. All it took was the left hook that Danny wished he had. It was the left hook that he used to make it to the inside on McCrory. Left hook downstairs, lead left hooks. Using his head movement to get around the jab to make it to the inside to unleash combinations on the inside. Almost stopped him in the first round. Almost dropped him in the first round. But it took 2 rounds. And after it was all said and done, the man from Texas, Donald Curry, walked away with 3 titles, as well as the lineal championship. Solid. All went down today. You know what I'm saying? All day. So yeah, man. DMV's finest, says L-File player, all day. What's up, family? I got D-Lo 44 Boxing in the building. What's up, fam? What's up with you? Muhammad Tola, what's up, family? Salute, fam. Great stream last night. Too bad that my comments didn't make it on the screen. You know what? I went back and watched that live, and I seen what you said. Something to the effect of, I guess he treating me like Bud tonight, man. He don't even see me. You think I ain't see that, Muhammad Tola? You know I saw that, fam. I went back and saw it, man. My bad, man. There was a zillion people, man, floating around here last night. You know how it is after them post-fight streams go, man. And the thing just be moving sometimes. So if I missed anybody last night, y'all got to forgive me. I try to go to the fam first, see everybody with the blue outfit on. You know what I mean? I try to hit y'all first when we get these big old streams like that, man. Because I know how I can go. Y'all already know y'all come first, though, man. But I did treat you like Bud, though, because Bud was in the building. Bud was in the building. We gonna get there, fam. We gonna get there. But I just want y'all to remember this, man. Donald Curry becomes undisputed welterweight champion. Salute to him. Texas on board. You know what I'm saying? The good thing about that was, like I tried to explain to y'all, man, both of these dudes made $750,000. There was no A-side, B-sides, you know, stuff like that. And you had Donald Curry, who had 2 belts. He had the WBA and the IBF. And the other guy only had 1. But they both made the same amount of money. Now, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you get undisputed did. You don't play around. Let me get in front of y'all, man. All day. Let me get in front of y'all. Hold on. Wrong button. There we go. Yeah, let me get right in front of y'all, man. So, yeah, that's how you get the job done. You don't sit around and you have A-side, B-side conversations to high heaven just so the great moment can pass. No, you get that great moment under your belt. Make the biggest check of your career, then move forward. Good thing that they did it, you know what I'm saying? Good thing that 2020 boxing was nowhere to be found during that time. All right, y'all, man. Y'all know how we do for We Talking Boxing, though, man. We start off real light, and then we going to get to the heavy stuff as we go on along, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what it is. So let's go real light off the jump, man. First off, I know y'all see this floating around already, man. Salute to the fam who sent me this, man. I know y'all had already seen this floating around. We're going to spend a minimal time here, man. Floyd Mayweather versus Paul Jake. Oh, is it Paul Logan or Hulk Hogan? One of them, you know what I'm saying? One of the Pauls. So Floyd Mayweather versus one of the Pauls. Supposed to be going down, I think, in February or something like that of next year. February or something like that. Whatever, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Floyd can do whatever Floyd want to do. If this gets him the bag of money, it get him a bag of money. The thing is, y'all know how I feel about the whole YouTuber thing right now. Just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. They're getting paid more than fighters that put their lives on the line and dedicate their life to the sport. And some cat just come along and just kind of take that shine. It's kind of not sitting too cool with me. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the one question I do have for this, and I am interested in, and this is what I thought that Floyd was kind of alluding to once before, is who you going to give the shine to, bruh? That's the golden question. Are you putting Tank on the undercard? Who we going to see on the undercard, Floyd? Holler at the homie. You know what I'm saying? Who you gonna get the shine to? Because this can be a good thing in the boxing fans' eyes if you give some shine to an actual fighter. Now I would think this make perfect sense. You put Gervonta Tank Davis, take your homie Devin Haney. I don't know, Rolly. Which one of them you gonna take? Get one of them some shine, and you can use this thing, this Kumite thing. You know what I'm saying? And you can put one of the young boys on the underneath and get them all of the eyeballs in the world. Now that I can rock with. That's how you promote. Now, if Floyd gonna do something like that, now you can actually win some of the boxing world. Not like that last Jazz where Badu Jack for some dude that they found buying crabs the other day or something at the liquor store. So they're not him. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're actually going to have an actual real deal fight. Like, you put Tank and maybe, I don't know, I ain't going to say Tank and Ryan, but Tank and somebody. You getting somebody some exposure. AB. Where your homie AB? AB needs some money, man. AB out in court tomorrow, some man Tank paying his paying his child support for him or something like that, right? I don't know. But I know AB can use a couple dollars. Yo, AB always been loyal to you, Floyd. Y'all had y'all ins and outs, falling outs and all that, but he always looked up to you, man. Help the young man out. Throw him on here with you and Hogan Paul. Paul Hogan, whatever the heck his name is. Like, put him on there, man. I think that's a good look. What y'all say? My brother's in the building. What's up, Manny? What's going on, man? What's up, fam? What's going on? My brother, Mainman, salute. Salute to you, fam. Your man looked good last night, fam. We gonna get there. Your man looked good last night, man. I gave him a hearty salute last night. Real spill. But I got some questions, though, Manny. I got some questions. We gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? We gonna definitely get there. Harold Trim in the building. What's up, family? What's good? Spence fan in the main man house. Spence Nation pulling it up. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. D-Lo says, I had intentions to make it to your post-fight live stream last night. I bet it was epic. Oh, it was epic, fam. We had a great time last night. I seen your videos, too. Salute to the homie D-Lo 44 Boxing. Everybody that hears the sound, I repeat, the sound of my voice. You need to be checking that brother out, man. He laying it down like you need to know about it. You know what I'm saying? He giving you unbiased views, breaking it down from a boxing educated standpoint, and he entertaining. Check him out, man. Real talk, you know what I mean? But yeah, D-Lo, man, yeah, we had a great time last night, man. We turned up. You know, Spence Nation was in here. You know, they've been on my helmet all day. I've been getting messages all day long. The video I did earlier, oh, they've been weighing me out. Spence Nation, we gonna have a conversation. Because, you know, I have never in the sport of boxing, never in my whole sport of looking at the sport, ever heard a fighter says, what is he doing here? Why did he come? I've never heard that. I've never heard a fighter say, I can't just picture that. My rival walked through the door. What is he doing here? I mean, who gave him a ticket? You know what I mean? Like, who told him to come? No one told him to come. This is my show. Who told you to come? I've never heard that. This is new for me. So can somebody explain, how is that okay? We gonna get there. We gonna get there. How is that okay? You know what I'm saying? I got my brother Myron Magnus in the building. Myron, where's your blue suit, man? What the heck is going on around here? You know what I'm saying? You got it right back. Yo, that's YouTube, fam. I don't know what's really good. Salute to the family. Peace and pugilism. I know y'all checking out Myron Magnus. Salute to Myron, man. That's my main man right there putting that work in. Salute DMV, homie. All day. Kind of like Ryan and Haney did on the KSI versus Paul undercard. Exactly. You know, you get the little fighters some shine. You get Tank some shine. You want to make Tank the star? Well, put him on the undercard. That's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? It'll be good. It'll be good for him. It'll be good for Floyd. Floyd will still do his thing, but he can not only make his little bag, a big bag, but on top of that, he can actually be doing a promoter's job. I like it. So in that case, it would make perfect sense for me. All right, Paul Hogan or Hogan Paul. Is this the one that just fought or is this the other one? This ain't even the same one, is it? This the other brother, right? This the older brother. This is the one that fought KSI. All right, I get them mixed up, man. You know, so this is Paul Hogan and the other one is Hogan Paul. Sweet. That's what it is. That's what it's about. We moving right along. You know what I'm saying? We moving right along. I know y'all caught this yesterday. Or what was this, Friday or Saturday? Billy Joe Saunders versus Martin Murray. We'll spend a minute right here. You know what I'm saying? Billy Joe Saunders versus Martin Murray. I caught this this morning. Finally had a chance to sit down and watch it. You know what I mean? You know, Billy Joe, man. Billy Joe, this was target practice in a nutshell. Martin Murray is way past it. It's been time for Martin Murray. It's been time. I mean, the only thing he got left is a chin. You know what I mean? He could take a licking and probably keep on ticking. But, yo, this was just straight up target practice for Billy Joe Saunders. Nothing more, nothing less. He went in there. Martin Murray had no incoming fire for Billy Joe Saunders. He pretty much was in there surviving. You see this picture. This picture tells the story of the whole fight right here. Him shelling up. Billy Joe Saunders coming forward, putting the jab on him, putting combination punching on him, pretty much doing anything he wanted to do with Martin Murray. Hands all low, keeping his hands down. You know, it is what it is. If you want to get a good measure on Billy Joe Saunders using this fight, good luck with that, you know, because I couldn't really get nothing. I mean, his power wasn't there, you know what I mean? He up at 68, you know, he had stopped this dude. But they say Martin Murray is a durable guy. He's older, you know what I mean? He's been through wars, rumors of wars. You know, it is what it is. This was another crap card from DAZN. I mean, unfortunately, this was DAZN putting on something that no one cared about. I don't even know if anyone watched this because no one told me this was even on. You know what I'm saying? Like, real spill. I found out, the only reason I found that this was on because I would just happen to be flipping through the channels and, damn, there it is. Right, there's a fight on. I would just, it's Billy Joe Saunders. Funny, I heard Eddie Hearn say nothing. You know what I mean? But I'm guessing that this was a last-minute thing given that the Canelo Alvarez situation fell through for Billy Joe Saunders, man. And it is what it is, man. This was a crap fight. It was boring. It was a domination from Billy Joe Saunders. I still think that Demetrius Andrade gets him. You know what I'm saying? I think Demetrius Andrade will put it on Billy Joe. And Billy Joe ran up to a whole nother weight class, you know, once he stopped using that stuff he put in his face or his nose or whatever. And he couldn't really make the weight no more. So he ran up there and got away from Demetrius Andrade. Got handed a gift title. And, you know, it is what it is. So this happened. I don't know if y'all saw it. Billy Joe Saunders retains his title. He's still a world champion. Yippity skippy. You know what I'm saying? We moving right along. You know what I mean? Real spill. We moving right along. Let's get to some good stuff now, man. Let's get to some good stuff, shall we? Let's get to some good stuff. How do y'all think Canelo gonna do against Billy Joe if that would have went down, man? I think Canelo would have beat him. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is the one I want us to take a minute with right here. Right here. What happened to Lions in the camp? God damn, what happened to Lions in the camp, man? What happened to my man Lions in the camp, man? I had high hopes for my man Anthony Yarde, man. Damn, y'all heard the news. Anthony Yarde took a hard loss, man, over the weekend, man. What's this guy's name, man? Arthur. Lose to this guy, Arthur, man. That hurt to see, bro. I mean, you seen this picture right here? Look, he was totally caught in shock. Y'all know Anthony Yarde think he won this fight. You know, it is what it is. It seemed that Anthony Yarde in this fight, man, had trouble getting his distance down. His jabs, his straights, they fell short all night long. This guy, Arthur, literally did a Joe Joyce similar. Only difference is he went backwards instead of forwards. He was moving backwards, doing a McCory, like we were talking about earlier. Moving, putting the jab on my man Lions in the camp, man, putting the jab on Anthony Yarde. And Anthony Yarde just couldn't get around the jab, just couldn't get the distance down. The one thing that Arthur was doing that was so like smart in his game plan is he kept Yarde moving. Yarde had to move that entire fight. He had to constantly keep working upper body. He had to constantly keep walking. This guy Arthur wouldn't stay still one bit. He kept the space between him and Yarde. Yarde just could not close the distance up until like the last round. You know what I'm saying? Now, the problem that I seen that Yarde was doing in this fight, let me get to the comments in a minute. Salute to the fam. I see Renee Box Young is in the building. Salute to your family. The one thing that Yarde really threw me for a loop for in this fight, he was trying to do everything perfect. Like, everything he was doing, like, I've been hearing the word form get floated. It's funny, form been floating. He was just trying to make sure that his form was perfect. Everything he had to do was perfect. He had to do the perfect feint. He had to throw the perfect jab. He had to move perfectly. He had to do the perfect shoulder roll. And it seemed like he got so caught up on looking perfect. He wanted to do the perfect plex. Y'all remember the perfect plex? That was the best move in WWF history. He wanted to do the perfect plex. Like, everything he wanted to do was perfect. It's almost like he was doing it as it's just like he was just wanted everyone to admire how good his stands were. Like, that's how he was doing. And in his mind, he really thought he was winning the fight. All by just looking good, not landing anything. Everything falling short, but he was looking good missing. That's some crazy. He was looking good missing. Like, dog, he was missing everything. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't closing the gap. And it's like he was just doing the great pretender. Like, he would just swing a punch and just look at it like, yeah. Like, I'm walking you down. Yeah, I'm touching you. You ain't touching nothing. You getting touched the whole entire time. And I was like, yo, Yarde, man, I don't know if you read. When I was watching this fight, I was like, after the first 7, I was like, bro, you going to no man's land. You about to get to a point where you got to get a stoppage to beat this dude. Man, this dude put major rounds in the bank on Anthony Yarde. What happened to Lions in the camp? Tunde Ajayi. You know what I mean? What happened to my man Lions in the camp? Lawrence Williams in the building. What's up, family? What's up, man? What's up with you? D-Lo say, yo, like Wilder said, it's better to be the part than look the part. Facts. And that's exactly what's going on with Yarde. Like, I remember when he first hit the scene to us Americans, we were sitting back like, yo, he looked like he could be one of us. He got the swag and all that, you know. He's swaggadocious and all that. Man, coming through, kicking it with Floyd, and, you know, he fell in love with the American way. But then after that, it's like he started to go down this I got to impress the world road and look good doing it. Bro, you got stopped by a jab. You got stopped by a jab, bro. It gets no lower in boxing than that. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to save face and look perfect for us, bro. Just go in there and win. You didn't got stopped by a jab. That's the lowest it goes. So, I mean, I feel bad for my man Lyons in the camp, man. You know what I'm saying? Feel bad for my man. But he had trouble making it to the inside, man. Took very little risks. He took, like, no major risks. Wasn't tossing that big right hand. He didn't let the right hand fly until, like, the 11th and 12th round. Wasn't taking no major risks. Just on the outside, trying to look good. Hitting nothing. Coming forward. Head movement couldn't get out of the way of the jab. I was like, yo, what has he been working on in camp? You know? I mean, but I want to say this. Now, I went down this road last night in the post fight. I don't want to crap too much on Yarde. I want to take a minute. I want to ease up on that. And then easily, y'all know how Mainman Mademan get down. Whenever we get a performance like that, we going in on the fighter. But at the end of the day, not this time. Not with what this brother been through this year. Not doing it. Not doing it. The brother lost his pops. The brother lost his grandparent. I want to say his grandma, to the coronavirus. And Anthony Yarde has been through a lot this year, man. You know, he took that loss to Kovalev, then turned around and lost his close relatives, and now this. So, you know, we have a good time. We talk the sport of boxing, but there is a line. And this is the line. He's been through enough. He don't need to be getting on here on YouTube, listening to Mainman Mademan talk a bunch of crap when he been through what he been through this year. So I'm going to say to Anthony Yarde, I hope he pick up the pieces, man. We don't know what he dealing with. Mentally, you don't know what he been through this year. He been through a lot. To lose to this guy, somebody who I thought he would have just razzle-dazzled 3 rounds. If he would have did what he did in round 12 for just 3 rounds, he would have stopped this dude. He would have stopped this dude. He came out in round 12 fighting like the Yarde that we thought he could fight like. Moving his head, getting around the jab, using that lead right hand, going straight down the pike. The lead right hand was landing. Easy work. If he would have just fought 3 rounds in that manner, he stops this guy. So I don't know. I hope he all right. Rough week for Frank Warren, though, huh? He loses Daniel Dubois. He come out with every excuse in the book. Y'all see Frank Warren running around the world showing the man medical reports. Oh, we sent him to the doctor. The doctor says he has a broken retina. They said that if he would have stayed in the fight for a couple more minutes, that his eye would have fell back into his head and then it would have came out of his mouth or something crazy like that. I'm like, I never heard that in my life. Paulie Malignaggi, you know how many orbital bone injuries we've heard of in the sport? It's a painful injury, according to most fighters. No doubt about it. But I've never one time heard about a fighter saying, you know, if I'd have got hit one more time, that my eyeball would have slid down my jawline and it would have came out my ears. That's what they saying about his eye. Frank Warner's running around like, yeah, you know, they said if he would have took one more punch, you know, his eyeball would have just got stuck in the back of his head and he would have been blind. They say Eddie Hearn out here talking about he lying, champ. Which one is it, man? Frank Warren having a rough week, man. Rough week. You know what I mean? Harold Trim says, yo, main man. Hold on. Harold, you got that blue suit, family. Main man, Yarde is a C-level fighter. I guess that's great in the UK. Yeah, I guess what it is. Yep, C-level fighter, man. You know, at this point with Yarde, it's not about a reset, bro. It's about, is he just good enough? You know what I mean? It's not about, like, after the Kovalev situation, okay, if you want to say he was rushed, if you want to say, hey, that was too much too soon, whatever. You know what I mean? I thought he gave Kovalev a good fight. It's just he gassed out in the end. He had nothing left in the tank. So I thought he would hit the drawing board, make the adjustments. We've been seeing his videos on social media in the gym. I think he was beating up on his security guard or something like that. I don't know. You know, he's up beating up on people in the gym. Lions in the camp. We thinking Yarde back. And then this happens. But then this happens right after what he went through over you know, losing his people. So I don't know, man. I don't know. The way Yarde was acting, it didn't seem like a mental thing with him. It didn't seem like it was something that he was dealing with in his personal life that kept him from performing. According to Yarde, he actually thought he was doing good. Bro, you wasn't landing nothing, man. Everything fell short than a midget on his knees. So I don't know. I don't know what the heck y'all been talking about, man. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what he talking about, man. Real spill. Yeah, Lawrence says, yo, man, Yarde was pacing himself so he wouldn't gas out like he did versus Kovalev. Is that a Damon thing, fam? Like, you think he got some demons with that? You know what I'm saying? You think that's haunting him after that Kovalev fight? Like, oh, I got to pace myself, slow myself down, but not take risks, not willing to sit on my punches, not willing to overly trade, you know? And then, like I say, just looking the part, you know what I mean? I don't know, fam. I wish he would have won, man, because I hate to say, I don't know where he goes from here. Rebuild him all over again. I guess he's not willing to quit. He says he's still hanging around the sport. I mean, maybe it's time to think about new training. I don't know. Maybe they having too much fun in the gym. Every time I do see them, they having a lot of fun out there. Lines in the camp. Maybe he needs a hard-nosed trainer. Maybe Tunde Ajayi getting a little soft. What's going on here? I mean, because he clearly was on his own program in there. And then there was no sense of urgency in his corner. He was on his own program. What's going on? I mean, see, this is the thing about trainers being your friend and then, you know, having that disciplinarian. I mean, what's going on? It's like, to me, him and Tunde more homies. I don't know, man. Yo, look at Bob Dougson say, yo, Floyd announced he's fighting Jake Logan. Logan Jake, yo, that's his real name? Yeah, that's what's up, man. I hope you put Tank on the undercard. Jake Logan. God, how many names this dude got, man? Real spill, man. Man, the rematch will be a real snoozer. They gonna do a rematch? I didn't hear about if there's gonna be a rematch clause here. I did check out their post-fight interviews in which the guy, Arthur, did say he was saying like a real humble cat, man. He wasn't overly bragging. He wasn't talking crap against Yarde. You know what I mean? He was just saying that like it was my night. Now, I did not like that in Arthur. And this is why I need Arthur to go ahead and get up out the way, to be honest. I didn't like that, bro. Like, when he beat this man, he was just like sitting back and didn't look like he believed in himself that he won. I don't know if he was just being humble in front of Yarde, but he was giving Yarde a lot of ground. Like, you know, it was just my night. Like, not saying that I'm the better fighter or I'm the better man or I'll do this again or if we could do the rematch and it's going to happen worse. He was just like, yeah, you know, it was just my night. And, you know, hey, I just landed the punches, you know. That's just, you know, it was just the punch I landed. I'm like, get this dude. Get him out of here. Y'all just kept interrupting him like, yo, man, no, I won this fight, man. I like him, he good dude, but I won this fight. And I'm looking at Mainman, I like, you just going to keep letting him rough you off in your interview like that? I'd have told y'all to get the hell up out of here, man. You know what I mean? But we'll see how it works out, man. I hope Anthony Yarde bounce back. We'll see. He's a charismatic type dude out of the UK. UK can, you know, UK boxing can always use characters like this, but the skills got to pay the bills. And if the skills ain't pay the bills, then that means your ass is out of here. So it is what it is. We'll keep our eye on Yarde. Don't know where he goes from here, man. At this point, you can't put him in there with a big name. You can't put him in there with a champion. Back to the back to the chitlin circuit. Back to the chitlin circuit. That's all I can say for you. Lions in the camp. Peace out. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the good stuff, shall we? Let's get to the good stuff at this point. Lions in the camp. Lions in the camp. God damn. Well, let's deal with the main issue at hand. Allow me to just kind of fluff my sleeves back because I know Spence Nation is ready and ready and ready. Let's do it, shall we? Let's do it. Booyah. All right. I don't know about y'all, but I done went back and watched the fight like 3 more times. Yep. Went back and watched the fight like 3 more times. Gave Danny another round. Found another round for Danny. The ninth. Originally, they didn't give him the ninth. You know what I mean? But the only reason I gave him the ninth of going back and watching it this time, Earl literally took that round off. You know what I mean? I don't know if Earl was he got back on his boxing in the 9th round, and he started to flick that jab out and just kind of move around a lot, and Danny kind of outworked Earl in that particular round. So last night, I said that it was only 1 round I gave to Danny Garcia, and that was the first round. I thought he kind of won the fill-out round, but that was about it. All right, I'll give him round 1, and I'll give him round 9. I guess you can kind of take it down a notch from domination to a victory by an extremely large margin. Still a domination, though, I guess. You know, I guess 2 rounds still... Is 2 rounds still technically a domination? Is that still technically a domination? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, we'll give him a domination. We'll say Earl dominated. You know what I'm saying? So I turned around and I gave Danny the 9th. I thought Danny landed a hard right hand in the 9th, too. It was a looping shot. Man, Earl took it, though, in stride. He took it in stride, and he got back on his game towards the end of that round. but just wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? Just wasn't enough. Now, the PBC undercard, man, look, $75. Give us something, champ. God, y'all got how many names over there, man? Y'all got all them names over there, and you telling me that y'all couldn't do a better undercard than Josecito Lopez versus, I don't know, what was his name? Hector Johansson or something. I don't know. You know, whatever his name was. Y'all telling me you couldn't do much better than that. Y'all got Shawn Porter sitting on the panel, just sitting back, just happy to be the man. Y'all couldn't throw him in a fight somewhere. Somebody. You know what I'm saying? But the undercard sucked, bro. Josecito Lopez, his little scrap was all right, but they could have did better for $75. Now, the way I'm going to do this, because I know how y'all wanted to do this, the way I'm going to do it, since last night we talked all of our crap and we just kind of threw it all in a bowl and turned it all around, we're going to break down each individual character in this saga. And we're just going to deal with them individually. All right? Let's go like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, first, I want to deal with Angel. First character we dealing with, off the jump, Angel Garcia. Now, y'all heard what Angel said, right? Y'all heard what Angel said in that post-fight press conference. I ain't got to tell y'all. Let's listen to it real quick. Y'all heard what Angel said, man. This was some hard-ass truth right here, champ.
He took shots well. You know, he gave him back. He hurt one time. I thought he hurt Spence a little bit. In one round, he didn't drop enough, but, you know, he hurt him. I seen him buck a little bit. But then he let him get back into the fight. And then Spence was stealing the rounds, too. He would get busy at like a minute into the fight. You know, there a minute left on the fight, on the rounds. What he could have did better was that, get busier. Because it's all about punching, man. It's about landing. It's not about looking pretty, slipping and dipping. You got to counter that. You can't slip and dip. No.
I'm going to stop right there for a second. So what Angel is indicating towards Danny is you did a good job at slipping and dipping, but you wasn't countering. He's saying that you can go in there and you can slip and you can dip. You can slip all day, but you win the fight by punching. It's the same thing that we just was talking about with y'all. This is what Angel is saying. That ain't what Mainman. This is what he's saying. He's saying that Danny was too busy in there trying to look good, like we just said with Anthony Yarde. Now, I disagree with that. I mean, Danny had to deal with a long, rangy, smacking type jab. Like he was smacking Danny's eye. Like, go back. Earl's jab comes up and down. He was smacking that man on pop, pop. And I hear what Angel was saying, but when you getting that jab put on you and then Earl's so relentless, doom, never giving Danny that chance to just plant and get comfortable and swing. Never. From after them first 3 rounds, Danny didn't have that chance to plant, swing comfortably. The times he did, he got off pretty good. I mean, he put him out there. He basically accused Danny of not letting his hands go. When I looked at this the second time, Danny actually did punch a lot more than I originally thought. Now, it still wasn't enough, but it still was a little more than I originally thought. Danny was just taking so much firepower all the time. He didn't have no time to think. Earl didn't give him not a second to think. He was over top of him all day. It's the same way like we were just saying in the McCory fight. Same thing. Like, stayed on top of him the whole time. Didn't give him a chance to breathe. Swarmed him. So Danny in there trying to slip and dip. Yo, he's still getting touched because Earl just constantly high volume puncher. Never stopped swinging. And, you know, Danny needs that. He needs that same setup each and every time. Get to the location, plant, swing. He got to plant and swing. And he just wasn't getting no comfortable time.
The judges don't give you points for that. You win round by landing. You have to land punches. And that's what Danny did tonight. He didn't land enough. If he would have did what he did in the 12th, the last round, the last couple seconds of the last round, that was the fight he was supposed to give him. You see how he held, he was strong, but he just didn't let his hands go.
Danny, what was so tricky about Errol's jab?
He has good reach. It's a strong jab, and it has good timing, and he knows when to throw it. He knows when to step to you. So I think that was the key to the fight, to be honest. He had a good jab. He used it well. I was trying to get around it to land some body shots, try to use my own jab. And
he was getting around it.
Yeah,
you just had a counter. You did well. He ain't hit you with jabs like that.
No, I'm just saying.
You making it say he killed you with a jab.
No, I'm just saying that was the key.
He didn't kill you with that jab. You just didn't counter the jab. You seen everything.
I'm gonna stop right there for
You
a
seen
second.
everything, man.
See, that rubbed me a little bit. Danny keeping it 100. Danny sitting there trying to keep it 100 and let you know what happened. Look, man, the man got a long jab. You know, he got a better jab than I gave him credit for. You know, I didn't know it was that good. He works it well. Then on top of that, he giving Errol the credit that he felt like Errol deserves as the actual fighter. But then you got Angel, like, hold on, what you doing, man? Like, cuz, what you giving him credit on? He ain't do nothing, bro. That jab wasn't landing. What you talking, man? Don't be telling them that, man. I told you stop saying. What you doing, cuz? You gonna mess up the next fight. That's how Angel thinking. We trying to get some more fights, man. What you doing? Shut up, bro. You gonna mess the fan base up. Man, he wasn't hitting him with no jabs, man. Nah, it was just, he was getting under the jab. He just that he wasn't swinging back. Now, we all seen that fight, bro. That man got touched with the jab like nobody business. What you talking about, Angel? See, this is just, we know you trying to save face and make Danny look good like you try to do after Keith, like you try to do after Shawn. Oh, yeah, we broke Keith's arm. Yeah, we're responsible for that. Yeah, you try to get some sort of credit somewhere. That's how Angel do. Look at Danny here. Danny's defeated, bro. Your kid, he giving respect. When you are a warrior and you go through that stuff like that and you get beat, you get the fight beat out you. You got to respect the other man across the way. You got to. He beat the fight out me. And you, Angel, like, oh, no, you giving him too much, champ. You giving him too, nah, he ain't touch you with the jab. I ain't like that, man. Give that man his credit, champ. Give that man his credit. Angel always got some BS hanging out here that puts the dark cloud over the fight. He did the same thing with Keith Thurman. He did the same thing. Give that man his credit. If you want to give him credit, give him credit. We're going to talk more about Angel, for real.
Next question.
And look at Danny. Look at Danny. You know, the sad part is when he told Danny, like he kind of shushed him and here it is. This is the moment right here. He kind of shushed him in that moment. Like, what you saying? And Danny just looked away like, all right, next question, man. Like, dang, you put me out here like we talk about this later, champ. Like, why you talking to me about this right now? Why are we having this conversation? You know what I mean? Like, I ain't like that moment right there, man. Danny's sitting there trying to, as this warrior's code that you give respect and credit to the man who just beat the fight out you. You know what I'm saying? Man, let's be real. Danny wanted to go to the dead zone like Doodoo and Jacobs. Oh, he want to go to, hey, a Mikey Garcia fight over there waiting for him, right? Probably so. Porter's dad was way worse. Hey, man, that's the thing about dads in corners. You know what? I'm glad you said that. Because I know, and even myself, I've said the same thing. Why doesn't Danny consider a new trainer, right? That's going to be the obvious position of a lot of fight fans. We've seen the same Danny Garcia for years and years. Angel may have taken him as far as he can go. I believe that trainer's already sealed. But here's the thing. This is the problem when you got fathers in the corner. It ain't, they get the kid motivated. The kid don't want to lose in front of their parents in the most cases. They do get motivated. I even heard that Terence Crawford, what your man say, you ain't going to beat Crawford in front of his mother. Like, they don't want to lose. I get that. So you get motivated to go above and beyond. But here's the problem. When it's time that parent, if he's a trainer, not manager, but trainer, when it's time to add more tutelage, well, that's when the stubbornness comes in. Because that parent looking at their kid is, they want to mold them a certain kind of way. So if Angel Garcia has been nurturing and training Danny to be the counterpuncher that he is all of this time, how do you think that he would allow someone who has a boxer style that's going to make him put him on his toes and teach him how to move properly and use his jab and boom, 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 you know, the whole thing like that? Do you think Angel would let that in the camp? Or would Angel maybe try to get someone else to make him be a better counterpuncher? You feel me? A father is not going to let these fighters change styles or enhance their styles. Here's another example. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury leaves his uncle, right? Gets up with Ben Davidson. And what happens? Who comes out crying the blues? Tyson Fury's father. Oh, he's weak as a kitten. He's weak as a kitten. I don't understand this. Tyson Fury boxing, he's now a better boxer. Ben Davis has got him boxing on his toes. No. He's too small and he's weak as a kitten. And what happened? Tyson Fury had to drop Ben Davison for Kronk and Sugar Hill to get bigger and stronger because Pop said it. Pop said it. You think Kenny Porter is going to allow somebody to walk into that camp and say, Shawn, look, you're smothering your punches. You're doing too much wild stuff. You're too intense, man. You need to calm down. Take a minute. Usually take that step back. Look at things. I'm going to teach you how to do that. How do you think Kenny going to feel about that? Well, that ain't the Shawn that I've been raising. That ain't the Shawn that I've been teaching for. No, that ain't what I want him to do. That's the problem with fathers in corners. They see them fight, their sons of fighters, as a certain way that they've been molding for so long. And they're not going to let them walk away from that mold. So in Danny's case, him and Angel been riding too long. Danny is who Danny is. And I don't think there's no changing that at this point. And Angel won't let it. If you think that Angel is going to let someone come in and teach Danny how to be a better boxer, you heard his advice during this fight. Come on, man. Yo, man, you got to hit him, man. Yo, come on, Dan, man. You got to hit him, man. What the hell kind of advice is that? Yo, Dan, man, like you gotta, man, you just got to take the step back and hit him, man. You got to give him some firepower, man. Come on, bruh. Where's the plan B? Where's the adjustment? What else should he do to get away from that jab? Do you got anything else? Anything, Angel, other than, man, come on, man. What you doing, man? That ain't no teaching. That ain't tutelage, bruh. That's you trying to motivate him. That don't work all the time. It's good to have the motivator. Without a doubt, it's definitely good to have the motivator, but you also need the teacher. And you taught nothing. Come on, man. Am I going wrong here, fam? And I don't see Danny. Danny's going to be who Danny is. Danny, you know what? When I looked at Danny in that post-fight presser, I think Danny he looking at this, he thinking, what else? What else? He's got to be thinking, what else? That's what makes it so hard, man, with Danny. I don't want to talk too much about Danny because I'm going to get to him soon, but that's what makes it so hard with his career because he's accomplished so much in the fight game, man. And to just say start over, man, we're going to get there. Hold on. But as for Angel, man, I just didn't see the plan B. You know what I mean? There's another one. Ruben Guerrero. You think Robert Guerrero's father, Ruben Guerrero, would allow someone to come in and he's a Mexican G. You see the whole outfit that he wear and all that. Like he prides himself on being a G. Got that reputation. We some hard-hitting, war-bringing Mexicans. Yeah. You think he going to let somebody come in and teach his son to be a boxer? The WBC at once upon a time wanted to ban fathers in corners. And they said because the sons go too far above and beyond and get themselves hurt for their father. I never thought that would be a case. Boxers never had that problem. The problem is that boxers had with fathers and sons is that fathers forget that it's the son's career. That's the problem you've always had. But that's Angel. So I hope Angel work on some better things other than, come on, man. Dan, man, you got to swing, Dan. I mean, come on, Dan. You know I need that car, man. You know, you got these bills, man. If you don't knock them out right now, man, what we gonna do, man? That's all I heard, for real. Moving on to the next one. Derrick James. Let's talk about Derrick in this situation. Derrick James. Well, I'm gonna say this. And I don't know if I can say this as an understatement. Derrick James is proven to be a phenom. Give it to him. Give him his award. It's his. It's not even like in the talks. It's his. His name should be already etched on it. Coach of the year. Trainer of the year. He is the toy. He is the toy. He is the toy. It's I mean, by a mile. By a mile. Who else we talking? Robert Garcia. The man got like 50,000 fighters. I don't even know who's winning, who's losing. I don't know who's the main fighter. Who's the main apple scrapper? Who should we be looking at? Robert Garcia coaches everyone. I don't know. If you're Mexican, you in Garcia's gym. I don't know. Who is he? They say he's on every card. He got 20 fighters on every card. Whatever, man. They all losing. They all winning. Miss me with it. Does he have a guy that's the king of his division? Did he take a fighter and make him the king of his division like this man did with Charlo? Riddle me that. Did he bring a fighter who's been out of the ring for over a year, coming off the devastation that he came off, and took him back to the mountaintop? Did Robert ever do that? Riddle me that this year. Why are we having this conversation? Get a man his award. I don't care what no BWAA, Boxing Writers Association. Forget it. This is the Boxing Fan Association. The man is the coach of the year. He's the coach of the year. I want to say Derrick James gave great instructions in the corner of this fight. Great instructions. He told Errol to stay on the jab. He told Errol to stay composed. He told him to keep that stick out there at all times. He told Errol, whenever he starts slacking on the footwork, I was listening, use your feet and keep putting that jab on him. Use your feet. He kept warning Errol that Danny was still dangerous. And when Errol was looking to take moments off, when Errol was looking to just kind of get a little lazy in it, Danny is still dangerous. This guy can still crack. You don't stop. You don't quit right now just because you think he's tired. No, you keep going to this bell, to that final bell rings. Derrick never took his eye off the ball the whole entire fight. It even pissed me off when Jordan Plant walked over there and interviewed him. He trying to keep his eye on the fight. And it took him to yell into the ring for her to step off. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he was lasered in, man. I have no ifs, ands, or buts in my mind. I can't even think of another coach that even comes within his orbit when you're talking about the toy. I don't. Give me one. Who y'all gonna tell me? Who y'all gonna give me? Who? Virgil ain't been doing nothing this year. Shields been losing. Who? This is the toy. Freddie Roach, don't want to see it. This is the toy, without a doubt. Great job by Coach Derrick James. Coach Derrick James is becoming that dude, Joe. He becoming that dude. He's building. He's taking fighters to the top. If he does, I have no reason to believe, since he did it with Charlo and Errol, that he can't do it again. Who's gonna be the third one? That's what I'm wondering. Who's gonna be next? The toy. I don't think we have any objections to that. Let me make sure. The toy. No adjustments. Say how to counter the jab, says Friendly Fire. Exactly. I don't know what Angel was talking about. What's up? Lowe's 1420? What's good, family? What's good with you, man? What's up? Derrick James is Trainer of the Year, says Friendly Fire. All day. D, tell the truth. You are on point right now, man. Facts. Thank you, brother. Thank you. El Indio says, yo, Angel is still mad at Danny. Exactly. I mean, he mad because, he want to know now we done messed up the pay-per-view bag. We could have beat this dude and stayed on pay-per-view, and my house could have got a lot bigger, man. It could have got bigger, man. You can't be doing that no more, Danny, man. Damn, man. What kind of coach is that, bro? You know what I mean? But salute to Derrick James, man. And great, like I said, man, it gets no better than what Derrick is doing right now. He's well in tune with his fighter. He got his fighters working like a well-oiled machine. There was some balancing issues on Errol's part last night, but that's just minor thing. I think that's more ring rust than anything. But he had Errol looking like a well-oiled machine. Errol looked, a lot of people, including myself, said he looked a little small for this fight. But if you go back to the prediction that I did, it literally hit me in the last minute of the video. Like, yo, he probably slimmed down because he going to box more. And he going to move a little more. I didn't think about that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Derrick was on his job, on his square. He made Angel look like a straight rookie. There was no competition here. Derrick James knocked Angel Garcia out. TKO. He slept Angel Garcia all day. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Derrick James. We're going to keep it pushing. All right. Danny. I had to think about this like all day, man. I'm going to say this. I've been dumping on Danny for weeks. I've had my satisfaction. I'm done. He's destroyed. This is what I wanted for ducking this man. It's done. You know what I mean? I don't got to keep piling on. That ain't Mainman Mademan. I told y'all that before. If I was going to do that, I could have piled on Yarde. I don't do that. Danny's already took his defeat. He's lost it all. He's got his pay-per-view fight, and now he's sitting in his pink silk shirt right now. He's sitting beside some swimming pool with probably a light pink shirt on with pink socks, and he's pondering while drinking a pink drink. And he's pondering, like, what am I going to do? Well, I've had my fun. The question is this. If Danny Garcia right today says, you know what, I'm hanging it up. I'm done. I've given boxing some great years. It's over for me, Angel. You're going to have to get a job. You know what I'm saying? Does Danny go to the Hall of Fame? Does Danny go to the Hall of Fame today? Most people may say no. Most people may say no. You out, Napoleon? What's up with you? What's up with you? Most people may say no. What has he done? He's beaten Zab Zuda. He's beaten Eric Morales twice. He's beaten Amir Khan, Lamont Peterson, Paulie Malignaggi, Robert the Ghost Guerrero. The reason I give him that is because at the end of the day, as much as I clown him for fighting Robert the Ghost Guerrero for a vacant title, I gotta remember that Floyd Mayweather fought Robert the Ghost Guerrero on pay-per-view. So it is what it is. Paulie Malignaggi. He's what, a two-time champion? Former two-time champion? I mean, we can say he's a pillow-fisted guy, yada, yada, yada. When the rubber meets the road, they're going to say he's a two-time champion. They're going to say Robert Guerrero was a former champion. They're going to say Lamont Peterson was a former champion. They're going to say Amir Khan was a former champion. They're going to say Eric Morales was a former champion. And they're going to say Zab Zuda was literally the last undisputed champion in boxing at the welterweight division. Did y'all know that? And Danny beat them. Matisse, when Matisse was hot, says light lit up. Facts, family. Facts, facts, facts. Friendly Fire says 140, kinda yes. Overall, no. You think the welterweight fights hurt him? Hurt his chances to get in the hall? It's gonna be close, man. It's gonna be close. My thing is Zab. It's gonna be close, bro. It's gonna be really close. He has an argument. I'm looking at these names, man, and I'm like, he has an argument, especially when you think of some of the people that are in there. It's close. It's razor close, fam. Razor close. Myron, what you say, Myron? He's in for sure, says my man Boxing Logics United. You think so, Myron? Popular fighter. I mean, he did what he did. You know what I mean? He did what he did. And I'm forget the Bud stuff right now. Forget the Bud stuff. He did what he did. You know what I mean? I've been wrestling with this all day long, fam. All day long. I'm not 100 on this. I don't know, fam. I really don't know. He's like right at the line, bro. He's like right at the line, man. Like, I don't know if you got to cross the line to get in, he is definitely right at the line. One more big name would have got him in there for sure. I mean, somebody big enough. If he'd have beat one of those top welterweights, he would have been in there, man, without a doubt. You know what I mean? It all depends who's up with him, bro. It really. Okay, yeah, Mauricio Herrera. You're right. Mauricio Herrera was the top dog when he beat him. Okay, Mauricio Herrera. Oh man. All right. I mean, okay. All right. If y'all say so. If he continuously loses, though, he gonna make it harder and harder to make the argument, man. Like, he got to either continue to win or maybe consider now retiring. I mean, he can't take no more big losses, fam. That Hall of Fame argument is gonna be tough for Danny, bro. I don't know. Bruce goes. We got family in the building. Salute to your family. Salute. Appreciate you rocking with me tonight, Bruce. Appreciate you. Man, this is a close. We trying to figure out if Danny makes the Hall of Fame, Bruce. We trying to figure out if Danny makes the Hall of Fame, man. Profix says, who else does Bomac trains? Jamel Hearn. He trains Jamel Hearn, former world champion. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Don't act like Bomac ain't the goods, man. Bomac trains well. Jamel Hearn lost, though. He lost to He lost his title. You know what I mean? So, but that wasn't this year. That was last year. Nah, he got back into the win column this year, but it wasn't a strong enough name. You know, Bomac needed. Nah, that wasn't strong enough. It's still Derrick, bro. It's still Derrick. You know what I mean? But as for this Danny Hall of Fame argument, I will come back to it. Y'all see, I've been stuck on it, man. I see most of y'all out here saying, yeah. I think it's very close, bro. Very close. It depends on who's up to go the year that Danny goes in, whether he's first ballot or not. Oh my goodness, man. I mean, Morales at that point when Danny fought him, I don't want to. When Zab fought Danny at that point in Zab's career, you know what I mean? When Paulie fought him at that point in his career, when Guerrero fought him at that point in his career, Matisse is official. Amir Khan is very, very official. We're going to have to do this in the vid form. I don't want to hold things up, man. But anyway, man, he took some hard criticisms from his father, man, and I thought he took them in stride, I will say. It was good to at least see that Danny didn't, like, disrespect his pops right there or feel some kind of way when Angel was kind of giving him that hard chastisement right there in front of the world, you know what I mean? So it's good to see that. But one thing that is tough to hear is Danny, when they asked him in the post-fight interview, what you going to do? And he says, I don't know. You know, I guess at this point, you know, I'm just going to go and rebuild. God, that hit me like a ton of bricks. Danny Garcia is saying that I have to rebuild. We're debating today if Danny Garcia is just a simple gatekeeper at this point. Some of y'all saying, no, man, you can't say that with 3 losses. Well, where does he go? Well, where does he go if you're saying no? Where does he go? Shawn Porter wants his opportunity. He ain't moving for nobody. Terence Crawford is the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in boxing. He ain't moving for nobody. Manny Pacquiao, well, he's up on Super Saiyan mode on top of the mountain somewhere, you know, chilling. So, I mean, where does Danny go? Yordenis Ugas? Mikey Garcia. Is that the best thing for Danny? They at one point in time, they were talking about him and Mikey. Danny Garcia versus Mikey Garcia? Maybe. I don't know, bro. I don't know. The one thing, believe it or not, that's going to save Danny, it's going to help him out more than anything. And this is funny. This is just how boxing works, Joe. The one thing that's going to help Danny more than anything, believe it or not, is this man right here, Errol Spence Jr. That is the one thing. This is the one thing that can give Danny the relevance he needs to stay where he needs to stay. And that is if the pay-per-view numbers come back for this event in the green. I don't know what the green is, in the green. Very good numbers. It makes Danny an attractive opponent again. It makes it seem like, oh, him and Errol Spence got together and the numbers went through the roof. That got to have something to do with Danny. And it makes people attracted to Danny Garcia again. It depends on if the comeback story of Errol Spence Jr. down in Texas is strong enough to not sustain Errol, because Errol going to be all right, but to sustain Danny. That's what keeps him attractive if the numbers come back in the green. Real spill. Real spill. Hey, welcome to the family, 2 Temps. Welcome to the family, bro. Welcome to the family. Much love. Much love. But that is definitely the one thing that's going to sustain them. And we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It's hard to say, like I said, who Danny should fight other than Yordenis Ugas and Mikey Garcia. Mainly because Danny is different than most. Like I told y'all a little earlier. He achieved so much. Unified champion. On his way to be a pay-per-view attraction if he would have got over that hump earlier on in his career. I mean, they put him in Puerto Rico. He had the outfit to go with it. You know what I mean? He's used so many options. He's fought Porter. He's fought Keith. He's fought Earl. He's been on pay-per-view. He's been unified. He's used so many options that he's pretty much out of them right now. That's what makes it so hard for him. Because he's used up so many options. I mean, he's used every lifeline in the book. What else lifeline does he got? He has no more. He needs someone to throw him one. What about Adrian Bronner and Danny Garcia? How we feeling about that? Remember the picture what they took and Danny Garcia did the throat slit and Adrian Bronner sitting there looking all crazy, you know what I mean? Him and Adrian Bronner. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a popularity thing. I think Danny Garcia would knock Adrian Broner all the way on the other side of the ring, but it still would be interesting. It still would be a big bag of money for both fighters. It's still a relevant fight. It's something that PBC should consider. I mean, they did that picture, right, when he was slitting his throat and all that. Why not put him in there with AB? AB supposed to be getting a soft touch sometime in February, we heard. Whoever that may be, but after that, maybe give him to Danny. You know, the winner of that fight definitely will emerge back on their feet again. It just makes sense. So that's another option. So that's 3 names. Mikey Garcia, Yordenis Ugas, Adrian Broner. All possibilities for Danny Garcia, right? Look, we helping Danny out. You know what I mean? Just stay the hell away from Bud. Oops. But we helping Danny out. We are giving Danny opponents. PBC, we got y'all. You know what I mean? Adrian Broner, Mikey Garcia, Yordenis Ugas, all great fights for Danny Garcia. I like those fights. I really do. I really do. I really do. Mark Christopher Atkins says, yo, man, put him in there with Boots. I don't think they're going to do that, though. I don't think they're going to do that, bro. You know, they not going to do anything when they from the same area, man. They not going to do that. Danny tolerates Angel, says Pro Fit. Oh, okay. He just tolerates him. It's Pops, man. You know what I'm saying? That's Pops. I guess he just, I mean, like I said, I respected the fact he just sat there and just kind of, you know what, I'm not going to do this back and forth thing with my father in front of the world. You know what I mean? Respect. Those are damn good fights, says Light It Up for Danny. I think so, too. I mean, I didn't think about this last night. You know what I mean? I had a couple drinks or whatever, but, yo, it makes sense. Danny's career can go on with those fights. And those are all interesting fights that I tune in for, especially him and Adrian Broner. I think that'll be fun to watch. I really do. So maybe that's something that he need to go back to the big man and say, hey, how about what's up when we getting when Adrian Broner wins his next fight, or whoever y'all lining him up with? It said to be Red Cat, right? Well, hey, there we go. If he beats Red Cat, Danny already didn't beat Red Cat. There you go. Adrian Broner and Danny Garcia sometime next year, right? There you go, Danny. There you go. Popularity fight, man. And on the top of that, it'll be popping. So if you put him in there with the Adrian Broner, it'll be popping. People will be talking about it. It'll get a lot of attention. It can go on an undercard of another pay-per-view or something. It makes sense. This is how PBC should be doing their cards. Y'all got all of this talent, all of these names, and you don't want to put them together. Put it all together on the card. Danny and AB on the undercard. Maybe Keith and Earl in the main event. I don't know. That's the way it's looking like it can go. Bro, I'd pay for that. This is why I say PBC at any given time, at the snap of a finger, if they wanted to take over the sport of boxing, they could. They just so busy stretching things out. But if they wanted to take over the sport, they can pile these cards up. They can do it Don King style and put the whole boxing world to shame. They got the names to do it. They big enough to do it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Y'all got the names. Y'all even attracted my man out to the fight the other night. And we gonna get there. He came out to see y'all. He may be interested. He might be liking how y'all doing business over there. You know what I mean? Look out for Danny, man. And you know Earl likes Danny, man. You know what? That was real stand up with the things that Errol Spence Jr. said about Danny. And he was like, yo, man, I've been watching him since the amateurs, man. You know, I've seen him in many fights. He went on in one interview and was saying how he witnessed Danny down big in one fight, and he showed all his heart and got back into the fight and stuff like that, man. He likes Danny, man. He likes Danny. You know what I mean? You know, Danny, Earl, Shawn, all of these cats, man, they all been around each other for a while, to be honest with you. They all came up together and everything. And he actually likes Danny, man. That's what's up. He don't like Keith. Can't stand Keith. You know what I mean? Can't stand Keith. But he likes Danny. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. So, I mean, those are some good fights for Danny. I think Danny, he's not talking about retirement at this moment. But Danny also is going to have to show some hunger, man. Like, he's going to have to show, like, I think Danny got a little soft in that fight. He got a little soft. He was too worried about getting hit. Danny's never been that guy to worry about getting hit that many times. And I thought he fought a little soft. I thought Angel was trying to get him to rise to that occasion and do a little more. But he was too worried about too much incoming fire. And like I said, that's never been Danny. But he you know, it is what it is. Most of us thought that if Errol Spence Jr. would have been Errol Spence, he was going to destroy Danny anyway. Most of us know styles make fights. And what Danny likes to do, and when Earl is Earl, it don't match. It don't mesh too well. You know what I'm saying? So we knew that going off the jump. So that's Danny, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say about Danny, man. You got some good fights lined up, fam. You know? Let's go to the next one. The last character, last but not least, Mr. Errol Spence Jr. You know, first off, Manny Pacquiao then came out and acknowledged Errol Spence Jr. Manny Pacquiao then opened the door to his cloud that he floats around on the top of boxing. And he says, Earl, job well done. I see what you did. Man, Earl, you know what you should have said to him? Man, shut up. Go about your business. Float your ass away. We don't want nothing. You don't want to fight, then shut up. Go fight Paul Jakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm running things now. That's how you supposed to be, Earl. Don't be worrying about his acknowledgement of you. If he wants to get in that ring, he know what it is. Fight side, welcome to the family. He know what it is. The same way he knew what it was when you and him went in the ring together. When you brought him in the ring and he pulled in, it's like, I didn't know that you were going to win, Earl. If I knew you were going to win, I wouldn't have never came. I thought Mikey was going to win, you know. If I thought you were going to win, I just came to talk to Jerry, you know. But how you doing, you know? He's like, yo, man, we want to fight. No, I don't want to really fight. But if you want to fight, we can fight. But I don't really want to fight. I might got something to do, you know. And I think I got something to do that day. I'm just not sure, Earl. I like you, man. Where's Jerry Jones? And Manny never, he never was, starving for that fight. Now, Earl is the pay-per-view attraction that he is. Now, this got everyone looking at Earl. Canelo's even looking from around the corner. Oh, what? Errol Spence where? Texas? Now you on Canelo's radar. I'm sure you got to be on Manny's radar by now, I would think, if he can't get Paul Jakes. You know what I mean? So, Manny's acknowledged Earl. Whoop-de-doo. He's the great Manny Pacquiao. If you want to acknowledge something, come on down to the ring and get a fight. Let's see what you do. Or call Bud. You can call Bud too, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep sitting around and just waiting on Manny. Manny 42, floating around on clouds, making bags. Nobody know what Manny gonna do. You know what I mean? Nobody don't know. But Earl showed a lot of ring rust last night. You know, one thing I went back and watched that fight, I did see the rust. And that's all I think it is. I'm not going to look too far into it. It's just simple ring rust. I expected Errol Spence Jr. to have ring rust. So when people see him flopping a little bit, the little balance is a little off, I'm just going to go down and say that's ring rust. I mean, it was good enough to still beat Danny, and he still took hard shots from Danny, and he didn't go down. Yeah, he had a couple times where he kind of slipped a little bit and maybe got pushed back a little bit and kind of, did some little stumble type thing. That comes with time. I think that's just from ring rust. Let him get his body a little bit more stronger, get back to where he need to be, and he'll be just fine. If that's the least that he has to worry about after last night's fights, then that ain't much. If it's just a balance thing, if it's just the fact that he's a little bit off balance, man, that's not nothing. That ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing. Ate a few hard shots. Punch resistance was there. It was there. He did get buzzed up a little more than I thought, too. He ate a wicked right hand, man. And like the 9th round that went around his guard, and it buzzed him up pretty good. There was a couple shots that Danny straight rights down the middle that kind of landed pretty good on Earl. And that's why you seen a few little markings on Earl's forehead. You know what I mean? But Danny landed a couple good shots, but he ate them. Answered the question to the fullest. Ate them like Scooby snacks. Ate them. You know what I mean? Ate them. Fought a great fight. Used a very educated jab, very disciplined game plan, stuck to the game plan, listened to his coach, fought a very, very good fight for being out of the ring as long as he did. Danny Garcia is not a slouch. He's not the greatest thing in the world, but he damn sure ain't the worst. So what Earl did last night is very commendable. Now here's the thing. Shawn Porter. Let's deal with him first. Now, of course, we know the Shawn Porter situation is well documented on the channel. I've told y'all several times. Showtime Shawn Porter wants to cut the line in front of everybody. He's now number 1 in the WBC. He's now number 1 in the WBO. I don't know what the hell is going on with the IBF. The number 1 spot is vacant. Akhmadurov is next, and then it's Shawn Porter. But Shawn Porter is running around telling the world that he's next. You know what I mean? So Shawn Porter is all over the place, bruh. Like, Shawn is like, I don't know, but somebody will have to see me. Shawn, do you not understand this? I don't know if Shawn missing this. Let me explain some of the trickery of the WBC. Shawn, remember something. Danny Garcia was the mandatory. Danny Garcia was the WBC mandatory, right? This now got ordered last January, but it's just happening. Now, we know the WBC. Once that mandatory happens, technically the next one, it can go down a whole year. So what's this, December? So you telling me if the WBC wanted to create the loophole and they wanted to look out for Earl, if Al put the phone call in, they can make you, Shawn, wait. If you becomes the mandatory, they can make you wait up until a year. Now, can they? Now, I don't know if they will say from the original date of January, because the WBC can do that too, and say, yo, well, Danny got named the mandatory, well, actually, December or November of last year. Well, he got named the mandatory then, so technically it's a year from then, and they can make Earl fight 2 back-to-back mandatories. They can do that. They wouldn't do that. Not in this case, though. They could if they wanted to. If the outfit wasn't strong enough, they did it to Charlo back in the day before Charlo became Charlo. Remember, he fought 2 back-to-back mandatories. There's a lot of stories like that. But if Earl wanted to, he can say, yo, you going to wait a year, Shawn, so what you going to do then? Now, the IBF situation, you ain't in the number 1 slot. Akhmadullah is in the number 2 spot. You number 3. They can pull something on and say, bro, you ain't next developed. You ain't next in line. I don't know. D-Lo say Shawn always seems to be out the loop of what is going on, but speaks as if he has the inside info. Because let me tell you what it is. Shawn be going to these conventions. Shawn stay at the WBC conventions. Him and Kenny Porter are always there, rubbing and greasing palms, and they get told certain things. And so they come back expecting certain things. You know what I mean? Like the IBF move is, I remember Shawn was so anti-IBF. Now it's, oh yeah, you know, they talking about I'm next in line. I'm down for the IBF now. Yo, man, y'all don't see if Shawn wants Errol Spence Jr. Without a doubt about it. I think he wants her. I know what he's saying about the Terence Crawford. I know everybody like, oh, he's calling out Terence Crawford. Whatever. He wants this. In the Terence Crawford situation, that's a WBO mandatory. See, let's go here. That's a 75-25 split. Is Shawn down to take that split? Because you know Bud don't budge. Then people going to be saying, oh, Bud pricing himself out. You know, when you do the WBO mandatory, the champion gets 75% of the purse, while the challenger gets 25%. Now, can the champion say, hey, give him a little bit more? Sure, he could. But this is Bud Crawford. Man, stingy as a mug. He ain't let Bob off the hook. He ain't let Bob give him no pay cut against Kell Brook. He making Bob pay him every single cent. Bob like, please, man, I want to put you on, but your guarantee is crushing me. Can you take a little pay? He like, hell nah. I'll wait next year, champ. You put me next year then, man. I ain't taking no cut, cuz. You tripping, man. I've been fighting in bonds, and I done fought in bars and all that. You want me to take a pay cut. Never heard of you. And that's why I'm saying, like, is Shawn Porter down for the 75-25 split if it comes to that? Or is it going to look like Bud ducking? Y'all know how the fans are. Oh, he's ducking. He could have paid him. He paid him a con. He paid him a con. If I hear that, what would he paid him a con? Yo, 75-25 split, Porter. What you gonna do? Or you gonna sit there and whine about it and say, he ain't want to pay me no money? You know the setup. That's why I want everybody in the know. You know the setup. You know what to expect. You saying you want to fight Bud, knowing it is a 75-25 split. So if it happens, we don't want you going running around saying, oh, he's shortchanging me. No, like I said, Bud can make this happen a little easier if he says, you know what, give him 40%. Or, you know what, give him 35%. But that ain't been Bud. That's all I'm saying. That ain't been him. You know what I mean? That ain't been him. That ain't been him. Where am I going wrong here, fam? I got General Long in the building. General Long. Yo, man, I don't know what is going on around here, man. You got that blue suit, General Long. You got that blue suit. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Mike, what's up, Mike? Mike, what's up? Mike been giving me that bee's knees all day. The markings came from the head, but stop. So you telling me Danny ain't laying no right hands, bro? He ain't laying no right hands. It's just the one head, but just happened to put the marking on his face. Come on, Mike. Come on. You seen them right hands landed, especially that right hand downstairs. Stop it, man. Come on. Come on. Shawn always seems to be out the loop. Oh, we already read that one. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Hey, man, Shawn's outfit made me dizzy. Yeah, yo, my man, at least he ain't bring that green one out this time. Man, that green one was wicked, shawty. That joint was wicked. You know what I'm saying? Like, that St. Patty's Porter suit, that joint was wicked. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, at least I think he upgrading this. I think he getting better. That big tie he had on, though, was throwing me for a loop. It was kind of making me a little dizzy, but it's getting better. It's not St. Patty's Porter no more. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Lawrence Williams says Charlo fought 2 back-to-back mandatories because he won a vacant belt. Ah, I see. So that mandatory hasn't been defended in so long, so that's why they gave him 2 back-to-back. Well, that's what I'm saying with the Danny situation, though, Lawrence. Like, you remember they originally named the mandatory a while back. The question is, which date are they going to use? Would they use when they originally called it because Errol's situation postponed it? Or are they going to use the time when they actually fought? If that's the case, then we're talking another year from now, possibly. It all depends on how the WBC want to play. See, I hate giving them all them loopholes, don't y'all? Boxing Logic United says they're good at the politics in boxing all day. Cujatilio is number 1. Porter is number 2. Oh, so they updated it. So Porter is number 2. Cujatilio is number 1 in the IBF. Both guys won eliminators. Cujatilio versus Collazo and Porter versus Formella. So which one they gonna name? I would think it would have to be the number 1 guy, right? But Porter's saying that he's the actual mandatory. If they both did eliminators, but here we go. Here we go with these crazy looking rankings, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, man. But Shawn Porter saying he the mandatory, Mike says Porter don't work that work. He is still recovering from the first fight with Errol. He don't want that work. He's still recovering. I think it's going to be worse. I think Shawn Porter is one of those opponents that if you fight him twice, you'll get him the second time much more easier. Like the first time, you may have to have a little problem, because he makes things uncomfortable for you. He's already on top of you all the time and all that intensity. But I think the second time around, you get his timing down. You know exactly what he's bringing into that fight. And I think it gets worse for Shawn Porter, to be honest with you, against Errol Spence Jr. I mean, like I said, the thing that I would tolerate from Errol right now, because he's saying he wants to come back next summer. Word on the curb is he's trying to time it with Manny Pacquiao, allegedly. Now, Manny Pacquiao is saying that, he usually comes back around the springtime. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Or maybe the summertime. I don't know. But we'll see. But Errol is saying next summer. Now, I'm telling you, that's giving Keith Thurman enough time to get back. That's giving Keith Thurman enough time to come back and get a good fight and maybe get a good win and then get back into the Errol business. That gives him enough time. I know Errol don't want to have nothing to do with Keith right now, but if you're going to come back next summer, June, July, all right, cool. That's a long time from now. And I was expecting Errol to come back in the spring. But if he comes back June, July, that gives Keith more than enough time to get a name under his belt and to get back in there. Because I'm going to tell you straight like this. After October 2021, well, we ain't talking about nobody else no more. We technically should be talking about the man today. And y'all know what I'm talking about. But after October 2021, when that man's contract is up, if he decides to walk away from Top Rank, well, I don't care about Keith. I don't care about Shawn. I don't care about any of them cats. We need to make the biggest fight in boxing. We need to make it today whole time. We need to make it today. But at that point, I ain't got nothing else to say. Now, Mike, riddle me this. Spence Nation, riddle me this. I've been asking this all episode. When the last time you've ever heard a fighter say, what is he doing here? Why is he here? Who told him to come? The man looked at Terence Crawford and said, who told him to come? I wouldn't go to any of his fights. Bruh, do you know how you sound? Now that took me for the loop. Y'all seen the video earlier. That sound terrible. That ain't how you talk, bruh. Oh, yeah, I don't know why they came. He said I ain't nobody. I mean, I know the role you playing. I ain't stupid. I get what you trying to do. I don't need him. He don't need me. Whatever. But to say who told him to come, as if you know your rival out there, who told him to come? Ain't nobody tell him to come. His fans told him to come. We wanted him to come. We've been wanting him to come down there for years. And now he finally show up and you act like you don't see the man. Now, Earl went left with that one. I don't care what y'all say, Spence Nation. Y'all can't defend this. Y'all can't defend this. Y'all been wanting Terence Crawford to walk into a stadium with Errol Spence for the longest, ever since that first meetup. Now we had an opportunity and your man just ignores the whole thing. I mean, what the hell is that about? When did we get like that in boxing? When did someone see their rival walking in the door and say, who told him to come? Hey, yo, get security on the door, man. Somebody get security on the door and make sure he don't come in here. All right, we don't want to have anything to do with him. Don't mention his name around me, any of that stuff. I'm like, what? What's wrong with Earl, man? What do you mean? You should be building him up. You should be saying, you know what, put him out here. Put him down. Come on. Let's talk real quick. You should want to build him up, bruh. Y'all be too personal with this stuff, man. Like, y'all be too emotional, too ego-driven, too feminine. Like, bruh, you supposed to have been in that joint like, man, put him in here, bruh. Hey, cuz, what's up, man? Who told you to walk up in my house like this, man? You ain't check up in my city, man. Who you checking with? That's how you supposed to be going there with, man, who told him to show up? And nobody give him a ticket. Who gave him a ticket? Did you sell him a ticket? Because I thought it was sold out. You must have gave him a ticket, didn't you? If I find out you gave him a ticket, I'm going to fire your ass. I mean, I ain't never heard nobody talk like that, fam. Like, that's new to me. You know what I mean? That's new to me. So, Spence Nation, y'all going to have to explain this one to me. Oh, man, he could have walked to the ring. Terence Crawford. Why did he show up then? What is the purpose of him wasting his gas? Why did he show up? Why did he go? Just to sit in the audience like a regular spectator. Is that what you that's what you trying to get across? Well, that shit went left, bro. I ain't feel that. Like, I wasn't feeling that at all. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm telling y'all, you can't make people forget. Earl, we know what you're doing is monumental. We giving you full credit. Everybody's giving you. You don't have to try to wipe these dudes out the way to make it like you the only cat here. That's what he doing. Oh, man, I'm going to kick Keith Thurman. I don't want people to remember that Keith Thurman did the same thing I did. Move, Keith. Oh, Terence Crawford, you number one pound for pound. That's what they calling you. Man, get away from me. I'm the big man around here. Bro, you starting to sound like a 2-year-old baby. I'm just saying, Spence Nation. I've never heard Bud say nothing like that. Oh, man, you're wrong. You're so wrong. You're wrong on so many levels. But I'm just telling y'all, man. Like, I've never heard. We don't talk like that in the sport. Y'all trying to throw him top pound for pound before you even let the man get beat. No. You approach this man. He ain't make that trip. He ain't paid money, ticket. He ain't. After his Kell Brook fight, I don't even know if the man went home. I seen videos of him in Colorado Springs and all that stuff. Like, he might have just said, you want, I'm going to chill right here to Earl fight. I'm going to go ahead and swing down there, catch the fight, and then I'm going to go ahead and fly home. All this because I want to be in the building. All this because I want you to know that I'm trying to get that work. All that because the fans been telling me to do this, so I'm going to do it. The fans, your people saying I don't show up. All right, cool. Forget Bo Mac showing up. Forget the crew showing up. You know, man, forget Mainman Mademan talking for. I got him. I'm there. I'm in the flesh. Anybody got some problems, come holler at me, though. Funny, I seen Shawn way down there on the panel. He ain't go see what's up. That's your friend, right, Shawn? Y'all friends. Y'all close friends, right? I ain't see no dapping up or no nothing. Shoot, PBC ain't even put him on a panel. Like, yo, Bud's here. Oh, he's here. Where he at? Yeah, he down there. We put him in the 20th row. Oh, for real? Let's get him on the panel. Nah, we ain't doing all that. He just here. Like, what? This is worse. This is worse, almost. This is on the level of what happened with Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler, right? Marvin Hagler in the audience, right? Sugar Ray Leonard in the ring. Marvin thought he gonna get that call out. The call out never came. Hurt Marvin to the core. Oh, okay. It took Sugar a minute. He had to do his homework first. Sugar had to wait for a while. Sugar had to put on some muscle. Sugar had to study him a little bit. And then Sugar decided to come around and give Marvin that fight. So, Earl, the one thing I will say, maybe Earl says, you know what? I do have some balancing issues. I'm good enough to beat Danny. Yeah, it's Danny. It's flat-footed Danny. I know what he's going to do. He's going to counterpunch me all night. Fine. I'm good enough right now to beat Danny. But you and the other guy, the ponytail dude, well, I got to get 100 to get to y'all. So right now, I'm not there. I mean, of course, his fighting style, he's great. But, I mean, ring rust, everything. I mean, total Errol Spence package. If I had to give a guess, I'd say he gave himself a B in his fight. I'd say he about 90% there. I still think there's about 10 more percent that is going to come with time and training and sparring and fighting and getting back into full. That 10% going to come. Maybe even by the next fight. I'd say by the next fight, he's back to old Earl. Easy work. And he knows right now, why am I talking to you? I don't feel like I'm ready to go yet. I know your contract ain't over yet. So why we gonna have a conversation? But that ain't how you do boxing. That pisses me off. Because you can be building, bruh. We trying to save the sport. This is why UFC is kicking out his ass. Real spill. You don't do that, cuz. You build this thing, man. You get people talking. Now we got to talk about Paul Jakes. We got to talk about Paul Jakes and Floyd Mayweather. All because you let that moment go past. What is he doing here? Who gave him a ticket? Who invited him? You know? I don't want to talk about Bud. I don't want to talk about Keith. I'll talk all day about Danny. I could talk about Mikey, but I ain't talking about Bud and Keith. Who gave him a ticket? I gotta make myself laugh. But like, that's how he felt, bro. Like, I ain't never heard that in the sport of boxing, bro. That was some straight up feminine type stuff, bro. Real spill. Light Lit Up says, if PBC can make Porter Crawford, then why is there a side of the street only for Spence when it comes to unifying these titles? Don't hear any other champions in boxing talking like that. Facts. That's very facts. That's facts. That's facts. They can do a lot of other PBC collabs, but they can't. You're right. They're not gonna send the Big Fish. Big Fish is pay-per-view. His feet is deep in pay-per-view right now. They're not gonna let no one else capitalize unless they're gonna, take the bulk of the money. You know what I'm saying? Garcia bragged about making more for the Rod Salker fight. Well, he only had to pay Salker around $100,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what it's always all about. That's what it's always all about. Boxing Logic United says, you thought Porter won. Oh, okay. That was a close fight. That was a close fight. That was a close fight. Lawrence Williams says, nah, Porter is not the IBF mandatory. Quadrilatero became mandatory in October of 2019. So Quadrilatero is with Top Rank. Oh, okay. All right. Makes perfect sense. Thanks, Lawrence Williams, for clearing that up, fam. All right. Well, in that case, then Shawn Porter is not the mandatory. So what is he talking about? So it's either what? The WBC situation for sure and the WBO where he's definitely number one. Now, keep in mind, I always tell people in the WBO, they officially have not called him the mandatory yet. I don't know what they waiting on. You know what I mean? I don't know what the holdup is, but they officially have not named him the mandatory neither. Just because you're in the number one position with the WBO, they just might not name you the mandatory. I'm telling y'all remember Dillian White. I go back to the Dillian White story all the time. He was number one in the WBO, and they overlooked him. They brought up Alexander Usyk and pushed him out the way. Even when he beat the former WBO champion in Joseph Parker, they still didn't make him the mandatory. So, we just don't know. Until they actually do it officially, Shawn Porter just talking to keep himself hot and keep himself relevant and make everyone believe that he's the mandatory of every sanctioning body in the world. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Light Lit Up says he was talking about hanging in his ranch with his horses, etc. Yeah, I remember that, fam. He was talking about chilling with the chickens and chilling with the horses. He don't want to have nothing to say about Crawford. He want to get back to the chickens and the horses. He want to go there all the way to the summertime. Bro, that was embarrassing. I know Earl may not can care less, but that was embarrassing, bro. Like, that's not how you approach this thing. You don't just ignore smoke, bro. You don't just turn the blind eye to smoke. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care how many belts you got, bro. You don't turn down smoke, especially from the number one pound for pound. You can at least have a conversation, man. I thought that was real, like feminesque, bro. Like real spirit. I don't want to talk to him. Don't let him in here. I'm not talking to him. I don't have nothing to say to him. Why is he even come? I would never go to his fight. Why did he come to my fight? I would never go to his fight. I ain't never in my life, champ. Never. Not one time. You should be going to his fight. What you talking about? You should be in the first row right there like, what's good? I'm right here, champ. I want you to see me. I got the brightest suit on in this joint. I'm sitting here one of the Puff Daddy specials. Big yellow joint with glitter all over it. I want you to know I'm here. I'm right here. Matter of fact, I'm jumping up and down in my seat to let you know exactly where I'm at. That's how you supposed to be. Not, oh, I wouldn't go to his fights. I wouldn't dare step a foot in his fight. What the hell? Bro, this is boxing, man. It's the fight game, man. Y'all better drop that, man. Come on, man. Y'all want boxing to go away for real, bro. Like, for real, man. Look, Lawrence, when they asked Spence about Bud's coach, Coach Derrick said who? Come on, man. Come on, man. We not gonna do this, y'all. Like, this is worse. At least, like I said, at least Pacquiao and Manny acknowledged. I mean, Pacquiao and Floyd acknowledged each other, bro. Like this, you beefing with the man, y'all rivals. You want to walk down the hallway, y'all walk side by side and don't say nothing to each other, bro. This is that 2020 boxing stuff, bro. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. I can't make this out, bro. You in the same building with the. Why do you think he came? He just came just to see you fight. He could stay home and watch that on TV. Oh, he just there to see me fight. He just like to see me. Nah, bro. He came to get smoke. He came to see what's good. Can we make something happen? Who do I gotta talk to? Sam up in this joint? Where's Sam at? Let me go holler at Sam. I gotta go holler at Sam, man. Hey, Sam ain't here. Let me holler at his son. Hey, little twin. Let me holler at you for a minute, twin. What can we do? I need Earl, man. I need that work. That's why he came. Man, nah, don't give him a ticket. Don't let him in the ring. Man, that's some straight up stuff, man. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That's no good, Myron. That's no good, fam. That's no good. But I see I'm getting... For one, he is not fighting nobody. I wouldn't want to go and see him fight. Glass jaw from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. And Crawford said he don't need him, so just leave me alone. I can't wait. Come on, bro. Come on. So you think actions speak louder than words, bro? Nothing speaks louder than actions. Nothing. Actions speak louder than words. And that man action showed you. Body language told you the whole story. I'm here for a reason. I'm in my best gear. I'm looking good up in this joint. Come holler at me. I'm looking good because I'm going to step in front of them cameras, and when the light hit me, shawty, I'm going to put the press on you. But Earl says no. No. What is he doing here? Huh? What is he doing here? Why is he exposing me? Why is he here? Who told him to come? 2020 boxing, man, I tell you. Yo, Muhammad told us, say, yo, man, because if Earl said last night about who told Bud to come, I'll be rooting for Bud if and when that fight happens. All day. All day. Bro, I can't even see Bud saying it. I can never see Bud at a fight saying, well, who told Earl to show up? I never told Earl to show up to one of my fights. No. And so since Earl is here, no, I'm not, I don't have anything to say about it. That don't even sound right coming from Bud. That doesn't sound even nothing like Bud would say. Bud would be like, well, come on, tell him to come talk to me. What did Bud do when he seen Kell Brooks step to him like, what's good? Right there, instantly. You felt the whole energy. I think you would have seen that same energy last night if Errol Spence wouldn't have been like, who gave him a ticket? Who told him to come? Why is he here? I can't believe he's here. I can't believe Bud is actually here in the flesh. Who told him to show up? No one told him to come. Never seen a reaction like that from a fighter. Never seen a reaction like that from a fighter. I'm just saying, Spence Nation. I'm just saying. Got a lot of respect for him, though. Great fighter. But never seen nothing like that. Just never seen nothing quite like that. He should have jumped in the ring. Don't come all the way there and eat popcorn and then strike out, says Mike. Mike, they going to let him come in the ring with the COVID stuff going on? Really? They going to let him walk up to the ring with the COVID stuff? These dudes been living in bubbles. You know what I mean? They've been living in bubbles. And yet they going to let him walk up to the ring. No. Bud did enough walking. All right? He walked from Omaha all the way to Texas. You want to talk about him walking to the ring. He came from Omaha and he went to Texas. How much farther do you want him to go? God damn, you want him to go to Australia next. Well, why he didn't go to Australia? You know? Errol Spence Jr. was in Australia. He didn't want to go that far. He really don't want to fight, you know? He really don't want to fight. Who is he beat? You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Like, what more did the man got to do, champ? Like, the man been to the man. At this point, you know, this can ruin Bud wanting to come to any of his fights ever again. Like, why? You see what happened when I went? Nothing ain't happened. That's the deal. They're going to be like, well, somebody going to ask Bud one of these days, are you going to ever go to another Errol Spence Jr. fight? He's going to say, nope. I ain't never going to it. I watch him on TV. For what? I've did everything. You know, I've approached him in hallways. I got my promoter under a penalty that if he don't make the man an offer, he got to pay me money. What else do I got to do? I've took the red eye all the way down here to Texas to get into the fight. They put me on the Jumbotron. I got the whole audience up in this joint booing me, but they don't want to come holler at me. I mean, what else does the man got to do? This is the bro, this is the definition of some kind of a duck. I'm sorry. Earl's a good fighter. He really is. I'm not saying he's afraid of Terence Crawford. I'm not saying he's afraid. I would never say that. But there's something going on here with Errol where I think he got to make sure before he takes on, because his next 3 opponents at welterweight, if Shawn, little green lucky leprechaun suit went, if he don't get in the way, if Shawn doesn't get in the way, Earl's next fights at welterweight are going to be dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. And he got to be one Billy. We're talking about Keith, possibly, Terence, or Pacquiao. Now, this is where the rubber gonna meet the road. Now we talking legacy for sure. And no more time. Playtime done. Playtime done. It's time to sit at the big boy tape. Time to play with the big boys. That got to happen at least once every episode. Y'all already know. That got to happen at least once. Son of a snitch. But once again, like I said, you got to play with the big boys now. And Earl got to be 100. By next summer, because that's an extended amount of time. Didn't expect to hear next summer. I think that is definitely planned. I think by next summer, Earl going to be that dude. I mean, if you think there's a little, just a small smidget, an eyelash of slippage, maybe the balance tops, the punching power can be a little bit more better. Maybe that comes back when you get that muscle back on the right way. Maybe Blu-ray gets back in the camp. I don't know. But I just think that the next time around, I think this time, we got a damn good Earl. A damn good Earl. But I think by next summer, we going to get man down Earl. Now, that last night, that wasn't man down Earl. No, that wasn't man down. That was strap season Earl. That was, I'm good enough to beat Danny Earl. But that wasn't man down. I think next summer we get man down. And man, he's going to have to be man down to get in there with Bud. Maybe one time. If one time is going to make it back. We just don't know with Thurman. We got to watch Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad told us, say, yo, the PBC gave Bud tickets. Al knows that come October, it'll be a mega in-house fight. Absolutely. Oh, you think they invited him out there and had a conversation, huh? Could be. I hope so. That's the plan, bro. It's clear as day. And Earl knows that. I got time. I can sit, but I just want him to build it. Hype it. Don't act like the man ain't show up for nothing. We know October 2021 is the play. That's the play. You're going to sit around and do whatever you want to do until then. That's the play. Age him out another year. Why don't you? Get Bob Arum out the way. Bob Arum's running around. Oh, we're calling them. We're calling them. They won't answer the phone. I got them on redial. They won't answer the phone. They changed their numbers on me. Every time I call, I get the operator. Bob might be cut out, man. I don't know. But all I know is I hope it happens. It has to happen. There ain't no hope it happens. It has to happen. We at a point now where it has to happen. If it doesn't happen, boxing is done. It has to happen. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. It has to happen. You know what I'm talking about? Boxing is done. You know what I mean? It has to happen. These fights are humongous. They have to happen to keep the sport alive. I'm not just sitting here wanting to see these fights just for my health. I want to see the sport go on and continue to go on strong. And if it's going to do that, we need fights like this. I think Earl going to do it. October 2021. October 2021. Crawford is not acting like he's hungry. He's acting like the rent is due. Crawford ain't got to act like he's hungry. He paid, bro. He just got finished knocking out Kell Brox. You know what I'm saying? So, given that he knocked out Kell Brock, he just got a big bag of money. He good. That's why he took the red eye down to see Spence. He got time. He's still on vacation. He got time. You know, he just made a $3 million off of Kell Brock. You know what I mean? Yeah. Earl said he wasn't talking about nobody. Oh, okay. That's the good answer. I ain't talking about nobody. I ain't got to call out nobody. They all got to call out me. Here we go. All I know is, look, bruh, we know what the biggest fight in boxing. Earl ain't got to call out nobody, but he knows what the biggest fight in boxing is, all right? And he knows that he can't make, aside from Manny Pacquiao. That's the only one I can think of. Aside from Manny Pacquiao. Well, this is his biggest bag. 3 years in the making. I'm about to get up out of here, fam. I agree with the ring announcement last night when the announcer said Pops and Sonny Boy need to go to the trenches. Yeah, man. They do. Angel need to go to and get another trainer in the camp, man. DeMarcus Mack says Floyd is about to mask up and rob boxing again. Just put Tank on the undercard, man. Get the man some shine, champ. Put little Rolly down there. Maybe Devin. Devin needs some help. Help out Devin. Devin needs some help. You know, you putting him on the videos, him skating around your house. Get Devin some shine. He can use it. You know what I mean? Crawford, one of the highest guaranteed contracts in boxing. He is not hurting for money. I think Canelo, Fury, and Bud are some of the fighters with the highest guarantees. Facts. That is facts. We all know Bud ain't hurting for no money. This is why Bud don't have to be doing stupid stuff. See, this is when people say, oh, he took guaranteed. Bud don't have to go on camera and get locked up and be on TMZ and do stupid stuff for attention and beg people for fights or beg to be on pay-per-view or worry about his pay-per-view numbers or be this walking promo. He don't have to do that when you're getting guaranteed money. You know what I'm talking about? You don't have to do that when your guarantee is what it is. I'm sure Bob get a nice chunk, though, but you don't have to do that. I don't have to act a fool. I don't have to sell units like that. That's on Bob to do. My money there. That's the good thing about Bud. That's why Bud's situation was always good for him. Because he didn't never have to really push himself because his money was always there. You know what I mean? He ain't a guy that talks a lot. You know what I mean? Lawrence Williams says, yo, man, I'm getting AJ. And y'all check out my brother Lawrence Williams, man. All day. Real live boxing man. For sure. I'm getting AJ Wilder vibes. Oh, man. I'm getting AJ Wilder vibes when it comes to Bud versus Spence. I'm off that now. Bring on Bud versus Porter and Spence versus Pacquiao. Wow. You know what? Spence versus Pacquiao, I can live with. I can live with both. I can live with that setup. If that's what it come to. Because I got Bud beating Porter all day. I got Bud beating Porter all day. Oh, that's smothering your work you do? Man, come on, Joe. I got Bud beating Porter. And I got Earl beating Manny. I told y'all that last night. I don't think 42-year-old Manny is going to be able to deal with the young bull going down the stretch in the championship fight. No way. His volume is going to be high. His power going to be chipping Manny away. Manny ain't going to be able to deal with that distance. Manny going to get embarrassed in there with Errol Spence. Stylistically, it don't look good. You throw it all in the mixing bowl, it won't look good for Manny. You throw in Earl's strengths, you throw in everything that Earl does, you throw in everything that Manny does, you throw in his age, you mix it all up, and when you get your results, it ain't going to look good for Manny. It ain't going to look good. I can tell y'all far in advance. So I feel good with that setup. I think that's actually a decent setup if we're going to have to wait till October 2021. If that's what we're going to have to do, that's a good setup. Bud versus Porter, Spence versus Pacquiao. Make it happen. I don't care who gets. I would like to see Bud get the Pacquiao fight first because he's been waiting longer than Spence, but it is what it is. I got no preference there. I don't care. I think Pacquiao loses to both. It don't really matter. That's right, Pacquiao Nation. Come holler at me. I think he loses to both. I told y'all that last night. Y'all acted the fool last night, Pac Nation. Y'all acted the fool last night. Y'all started, them Pacquiao fans started to come out deep. I had to get the hell out of Dodge. That's why I ended the program. I was like, y'all coming out too deep. I'm getting the hell up out of here. Y'all swarming me. Pacquiao Nation, come holler at me. Because he loses to both. He better go in there fight Paul Jakes. He better go fight Paul Jakes. I got respect for Pacquiao. I do. First ballot Hall of Famer. All love. Thank you for the memories. Much love to Manny Pacquiao, the great senator. But when it comes to these two young boys, you better stay away. These ain't Keith. Neither one. They both beat Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao Nation, come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Yeah, man. Thumbs up for the family, man. Thumbs up for me, man. It's a Sunday night. We putting that work in. I'm about to get low. I'm about to get up out of here. How long we been going? I know we've been going for a nice little minute. You know what I mean? Nice little minute. Yeah, light lit up. I better watch it, man. They gonna come in here deep on me, man. They came out on me last night, and they swarmed me up last night, man. It's all good. It's all good. Tell Pacquiao to get his act together. You know, we ain't got time to he holding on the world titles. Figure out a plan, bro. You know, time waits for no man. You going on 43 years old. What you gonna do? You gonna fight Jake Paul? You gonna fight Jake the Snake? You gonna go fight I don't know who you gonna go fight, bro. Santa Claus. Who you gonna go fight, bro? What you gonna do? You gonna run for president? Like, he just holding up the fight game. You know what I mean? But if it can't be Errol and Pacquiao, then go Errol and Keith. Errol and Keith, Porter and Terence. Let's run it. Let's see who walks away when the smoke all clears. The only problem with that is that PBC ain't gonna do it until October 2021. And that's unfortunate. Pac should just fight McGregor and give up the belt. Yeah, let your Dana's Ugas make a run for that belt, man. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, they can give someone else an opportunity. Your Dana's Ugas versus Keith for the WBA super title. Your Dana's Ugas versus Danny. But nah, Danny, you can't just go back into a title shot. You know what I mean? But y'all know where I'm getting at. You know, Manny can do what he want to do. I get it. And technically, his name is bigger than belts, technically. He's bigger than belts at this point in time. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Before I end this video, I want to tell everybody, Earl is the number one guy at the division. He's back number one again. He's unified. Good for him. We're back where we started. We're back where we started. After that answer he gave in the post-fight, we're back where he started. Listen, fam. I have been going ham with the Bud situation and the Earl situation. I got to fall back. We've been doing it for 3 weeks straight. You know what I mean? 3 weeks straight we've been doing this. It's been great for the channel. Don't get me wrong. It's been great. We got a lot of new family members. A lot. As a matter of fact, all of my years of covering the sport on this channel, the one who was the most responsible for probably bringing in the most people, I will say, was Gervonta Davis originally. Now, of course, Bud Nation showed up this year. Y'all have the last Bud video we did. Yo, I don't know if I've ever signed so many people up off of one video. I mean, never. Y'all came and showed major love. Now, Spence fight happens. The numbers, we signed a lot of people up. And I got to tell you, man, these are the two biggest stars in boxing. If I got to gauge it from what's going on in the activity on my channel, these is definitely the two biggest fighters in boxing. Hands down. And I don't mean from a view. I mean from people signing up. Like, I've never seen nothing like that. Never. It's Earl and Terence. Those two fan bases have turned boxing all the way up. Real spill. And that's why we need to see that fight. I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Much love to the fam. I'm out of here. See y'all tomorrow. Have a good night, man. It's Sunday night. I know everybody got to go to work tomorrow, so this is what you're going to do, right? You're going to go to sleep tonight about 1 o'clock in the morning. You know why? Because there's a Twilight Zone marathon on. You know what I mean? You're going to watch the Twilight Zone marathon. My favorite episode was The Last Man on Earth. You watch that episode, you may stay up to 3 o'clock in the morning. You're going to oversleep. Your alarm clock going to go off and you ain't even going to hear. You're going to end up walking into work around lunchtime. You know what I mean? And your boss going to say, yo, man, why you coming up in this joint at lunchtime? You're going to say, you know what? Because I stayed up all night last night watching the Twilight Zone because I needed a day to myself because I make this place run. If you don't have me, you have nothing. I'm everything up in here. So what I need is the keys to the company car and you to leave me the hell alone. Much love to the fam. Thumbs up on the way out. I catch up with y'all on the next We Talking Boxing. We will be back Thursday night for the next episode of We Talking Boxing. Be on the lookout for all of the videos gonna come out this week. Be on the lookout for any more live streams. Y'all know normally throughout the week we do simple conversation live streams. Whatever conversation rises up, we'll just have a simple conversation about that one particular issue. You know what I mean? When we do We Talking Boxing, we mix it up. Much love to the fam, man. Much love to everyone who signed up. I catch up with y'all real soon. This saga won't stop. This saga won't stop. If Earl gonna keep on putting things out there like why did he come, then we gonna keep on making the Bud videos. It ain't gonna stop. If I keep getting them comments from Mike, I'm gonna keep on making the Bud videos. You know what I mean? I'm gonna look out for family like light lit up in this joint. You know what I mean? Much love to you all, man. Much love to everybody out there. I see y'all on the next episode. Thumbs up for the family. And to the next one, man.